guys, today I'm gonna show you guys how to fight the dragons using Maya on OP8 difficulties. To be honest, I'm really bad at explaining things, and also English is not my native language, so sorry about that, but I'll try to do my best here to make it more understandable. I'll be looking on YouTube, searching for Maya rating guide, and most of them are pretty old, like a few years old. I think the most recent one I found was done by fake engineer. Right now he's called Retro Inactive, but it's the same guy, and he had a great guide on how to fight a dragon using Maya. But he's using the Sandhawk and Ladyfish swap technique, using inventory to swap. It's a great guide, you guys can have a look, but today I want to get a little more in depth of the fight. And personally, I'm not a big fan of the lady swap thing, even though myself have a speed kill on it and is still on the leaderboard, which is a shame. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the lady swap thing, and here we just gonna use Sandhawk, so no Ladyfish in this video here. Okay, let's get into the gear. The gear is really important for this fight, cause to be honest, for most of the raid bosses like Gi and Pyro Pete, the gears they don't really matter. We can still kill them using poor gear or underlevel gears. We can still use the same technique. The fight will be a little longer, that's it. But for dragons and Voracitus, it is not the case here. We need good gears, cause damage is really important for this fight. Imagine when we have one dragon on the ground and 3 dragons in the air. That'll be a pain in the ass. So if we can deal good damage, then the dragons can be taken down faster, and we will have less pain for the fight. So yeah, damage is really important for the dragons, so try to get all the gears if you can. If not, then the fight will be a lot harder. Okay, so we need Sandhawks, the fire one and the shock one. Yeah, flying Sandhawk, perfect one. And we need the Bone of the Ancients, also a fire one and a shock one. Yep, that's a lot of stuff. But like I said, damage is really important. If we don't want to farm it, then we can use Safe Editor to keep one. Okay, the next one is Grog Nozzle. That's for healing. And Deeper for swapping. Swap to the Grog Nozzle for healing. And the Infinity to pull down dragons. For pulling down the dragons, I think any Vladov guns will work fine, but don't use interface or conference call, something like that, or shotgun. Don't use those, and it has to be non-elemental, because we don't want the damage over time on the dragons when they land. Then they will be unslackable. So we want to use non-elemental guns for pulling down the dragons. And the bee. Any bee will work, but the higher damage you can get, the better. Like I said, damage is really important in this fight. And Chain Lightning for health regen. And the class mod, there's two options. One is Legendary Siren, one is Cat. Personally, I find that the Cat is easier using the Cat, because it has higher damage, but the Legendary Siren will do just fine. It's just a little slower and a little harder. You feel a little bit more stressful during the fight, but still doable. For this video, I'm gonna use the Siren Calm, because if I use the Cat, then I'll be killing them too fast, and then I don't have enough time to show you guys all the situation and all the scenario and how to deal with them. If we just kill it too fast, then the video will be meaningless, right? There's no point of showing a speed kill here. So for demonstration purposes, I'll be using the Siren Calm for this fight. But if you guys have the Cat, then the fight will be a lot easier. Okay, that's all the gears. Right now, let's go into the skills. Basically, there's only one way of killing the dragons. That's using the Thaw Lock. Basically, it's impossible to kill them without Thaw Lock. For soloing, co-op, that's a different story. But for soloing, you need Thaw Lock 100%. And accelerate. Ruin. Ruin, you don't need to spec into Ruin, because we need to use the phase lock to pull down dragons and to regen health, so we don't need Ruin here. Okay, there's a few skills that I want to talk about. First one is Converge. In this fight, we don't need Converge here, cause we cannot spec into converge here, because when we face lock the minion, converge will create an area effect on surrounding enemies, so it will damage the dragon and they will land. So this is not a good skill for this fight, so no converge. Same for subsequence. The face lock ball will find the closest enemies and we'll face lock the enemy. In this case is the dragon, so it might not be the one we want. So when it finds the dragon, and it will land by accident, so we don't want that. So no subsequence here for this fight. And recompense, it's a cool skill. So when you get damage, and you will return damage to the dragon, and the dragon will land. So we don't want that. Basically, we don't want any unwanted damage during the fight. So recompense, no recompense here. Okay, the next one is hideous and backdraft. Same reason. These two skills will create a area effect, especially the backdraft. It's a huge nova with damage over time, so they're horrible. So we don't need them. Don't spec into them. And the next one is chain reaction. It's a good skill, it's a perfect skill, but not for this fight, because it will kill all the minions. This skill is so powerful that will kill the minions in one face lock, and we need to save the minions for the fight, for second win and for face locking, etc. So no chain reaction here. We will also hit the dragons in the air and apply damage over time to them, and that's unwanted damage that we want to avoid. So no chain reaction here for this fight. And the next one is cloud kill. It's not a good skill for this fight, but we need it for health regen. But when we're using it, we need to be really careful. We cannot activate cloud kill on top of the arena, especially when all the dragons are flying in the air. If one dragon hit the cloud kill, and it will land. So we don't want that. So when activating the cloud kill, try to activate it far from the arena. I will show you later what I mean. And the last one, finally, is the Bright Phoenix. It's a horrible skill too. So it's a kill skill, but when it is activated, it will deal constant fire and corrosive damage to nearby enemies. So that's no during this fight. Okay, before I get into the fight, I need to there's a few things I need to cover. The first one is how to pull down dragons. I know it's really basic. You need to pull down dragons in order to fight them, but it's hard too because the dragons are so glitchy. So the way that we want to pull them down is we are fighting them on the ground, right? They will when it's time, they will rise, they will fly straight up to the air. At this point, we don't need to shoot them or anything. They won't land back right away. They will be flying away. So there's no point to hitting them when they are flying straight up when they leave. And we don't want to shoot them in the air, because when they rise here and then we shoot them, we will apply cloud kill in the air, and it's right above the arena. So when the dragons fly away, the other dragons will come and hit the cloud kill, and the other dragons will land. That's not what we want. So we will wait for it to fly up, and then we cannot shoot them or anything, and it will fly away. When they fly away, and they will turn back to us. As soon as they turn, then we can shoot them. And theoretically, when they turn and then we shoot them, they will just land back here perfectly. So they will rise here when they leave and fly away and turn. As soon as they turn, we shoot them, and then they will land right here. Alright, so before we hit them, because once we hit them they will land, so before we hit them, if we are about to die or something, we got hit by other dragons, we cannot throw chain lightning or use hero to regen our health, because hero, it has splash damage, and you might damage the other dragons and they will land instead of the one you want, right? So the most important thing is that we need to pull them down as soon as possible. We cannot let them flying around in the air all the time. They get up, they fly away, they turn, shoot, and then they will land. Once we hit them, that we know they will land, then we can throw chain lightning or use the deeper to regen our health. Alright, that's the strategy for pulling down dragons if you don't know how to do it. Alright, and yeah, that's about it. Right now we can get into the actual fight. Because I'm so bad at talking and playing, I'll be I have a pre-recorded video that I want to play, so it'll be like a video analyzing kind of style. I will show you guys what how did I use the strategy and how do I deal with the each dragon and their attacks. Also, what did I do wrong in that fight? Alright, I'll see you guys in a sec. Hey guys, welcome back, and we are about to go into the actual fight. This fight, to be honest, is not easy. For me, on average, I will take about 4 to 5 tries before I get a successful one, like this one, because shits happen, right? For example, the dragon's not landing perfectly, like the boost land, right? Or all the minions die, that we cannot continue. Or something like we get knocked off the cliff. Yeah, it will happen too. So there's a lot of things going on during this fight. So if we die, or if you die, don't be discouraged. I die too. It will take a couple tries before we can get a good one. So just continue, and eventually you get it. Okay, so alright, let's see what we have here. So I will kill Brute first, because he's the easiest. Once we take down Brute, then we only have 3 dragons left. That will make our fight a lot easier than 4 dragons, because we need to keep B up, right? Imagine 3 dragons in the air and 1 dragon on the ground. Okay, there, I'm dying. It happens. It's okay, cause it's the beginning stage of the fight. We usually die a lot. Okay, Brute is dead now. Usually it will take 2 landings for him to die, but if you guys have the cat calm and good luck, you guys might be able to kill him in 1 landing. The next one is sorry about the Chinese text here. The next one is Heliath. Okay, I die again. Okay. The reason that he can be slack here is, you guys see, I was trying to slack him so hard and he can't be slack, is because the cloud kill. That's one of the shitty part of this skill. It will apply damage over time when you try to pull them down, so they can be slack. If that happens, then nothing we can do. Yeah, that's the shitty part about that skill, but we need it for the health regen. There's a few attacks that I want to talk about for Heliath. The first one is this one. It's like a shock damage. It's continuous, so we cannot dodge it. So all we can do is using the deeper and cloud kill to regen our health. Right? Again. Yeah, deeper and cloud kill. Then we'll be fine. Okay, let him fly away. And as soon as he turns right here, then we can pull him down. It will just land right here. Perfect. And he can be slack this time. When he's doing his move here, trying to regen health for the other dragons, that's a good opportunity to get his crit spot, because he just be sitting here and we can. That's a great opportunity to deal large amount of damage. And when he has his head down like this, it's a great opportunity to hit his crit too. Okay, now the Thorlock is gone. Okay, the next attack I want to talk about is this one. It's like a big jump, big leap. Pretty similar to the one from Veracitus. And we use the deeper to regen our health. So when he does that, don't rely on the cloud kill, right? Because you see the cloud kill is still here. So when he lands here, if we just try to shoot him with the grog, and the cloud kill might be still there, and we are not getting the cloud kill effect, so we cannot get our health back. So when he does that, use the deeper. If you can, because swapping is too much, then we can throw the chain lightning, but don't rely on the cloud kill, okay? And using the chain lightning, we have to be really careful too, cause the minions here is really close to us, especially if there's 3. Right now 2 is dead because I got down 2 times, so I have to kill them for second win. But if there's 3 minions around you, be really careful using the chain lightning. For me, I like the deeper. Okay, I'll show it. Also, you see the minion here is really close to Helia, like that. He's right there. If we try to hit his crit spot here, then there's a good chance that we will be killing the minion. So that's why I decided to shoot his body or his wing. That way I don't kill the minion. You see the minion is slack from boost and is pretty dangerous too, because when we Thorlock him and the minion is slack, and it's really easy to die. So we'll be careful of that. Okay, that's a big jump. Okay, he's flying away. So right there I use the face lock to regen my health, because I don't want to shoot him and activate the cloud kill here. It's a bad decision. Okay, I use my face lock to regen my health. Okay, look at this time, he didn't fly away. Usually he will rise and then fly away, but this time he didn't fly away. So we can pull him down right away, just like that. And then he will land. Okay, he's doing his move here, and it's a great opportunity to hit his crit. There you go. Almost dead. You see the shock attack? There's one more attack we didn't see here. Is he's spitting the shock balls. That one is easy to dodge, but the shock attack here right now is we cannot dodge it, so we need to use cloud kill, because he's stationary. He's not moving when he's doing the shock attack, so we can rely on the cloud kill. But when he's doing the big jump, we cannot rely on the cloud kill. We need to use deeper. He's dead. The next one is Incinerator. Okay, after Brood and Helios die, the fight become a lot less intense here. So it's pretty much guaranteed that we will survive. We will survive now. So if you guys can kill Brood and Helios, then we are pretty much done here. One thing though, the fire attack from Incinerator is, the area is really big, so we have to be really far away from it. Not this one. That one was his spitting the fireball. That one is nothing. But this one, look at this one. He's doing the fire attack. That's why I'm standing so far away. You need to get really far away from it. Otherwise, we cannot keep our B shield. You see, there's a cloud kill here, which is dangerous, because when boosts come in, he's gonna hit it. But right now it's okay, because we only have 2 dragons. But imagine if we have 4 dragons, there's a much higher chance that they will hit the cloud kill, right? Okay, it turns and then shoot him. He should land. Let him do his move. You see, the minion is lag right now, and he's really easy to die. So we need to be really careful. Actually, there's a good chance that the fire attack from Incinerator will kill him. If he dies, we can still manage to kill Incinerator without Thought Lock. But with 2 dragons without Thought Lock is doable, which I have done it. But 3 dragons or 4 dragons, if all the minions die, then we can restart. But for 2 dragons, it's okay. yeah, the most important thing is have the distance be really far away from incinerator, and we don't need to hit his crit for the incinerator, because his head is constantly moving, so it's really hard to hit his crit. Also, it's really easy to kill the minion, so we can just stay away, stay behind him, and shoot on his body. You see, the health on the minion is still okay. He has full health. So it's good so far. We just don't want him to die. We don't want the minion to die. See? Yeah, hit his body. Don't get close to him, so that our Bishu will survive. And then he's dead. You see, his health got down a little bit. If he's lagged, then he might be dead. So once the minion is lagged, if he has low health, then we can maybe wait for a bit for his health to regen, in case incinerator kill him. And for boost, it's a piece of cake now. We have to watch for his attack though. His beam, like this one, we can dodge it, but it's really accurate, so be careful. But other than that, not much of a threat. We can kill him really easily, even without Thala. Yeah, not much to say about boost. Well, when you guys get to this point, it's pretty much the fight is over. I don't know why I used Deeper here. I should have just killed him with a Sandhawk, but oh well. Alright, that's the fight. So yeah, I would say the most dangerous or most stressful period is the first two dragons, especially when we cannot kill them fast. It's really stressful, and we need to pull them down as soon as we can, so that they won't be flying around in the air, and then we cannot regen our health. We can still use melee to regen our health, but we cannot use chain lightning or Deeper while all the dragons are in the air. But as soon as we hit the dragon that we want and we know he's gonna land, then we can throw chain lightning or whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, hopefully this rating guide is really lengthy, because I try to be as detailed as possible. Yeah, hopefully it helps. And I'm pretty bad at explaining stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.